All right, so
Crude volume.
what do we have? So I turned on the evening sessions, so because I think at this point it's relevant to see that this day where we have that big short squeeze, we still have this single print and intraday gap that hasn't been cleaned up, and the scene of the crime, which was at 65.10, which markets just tend to repair those and come back to those to retest them. So yesterday we spent the whole day balancing above value. Eventually we did get inside value for this session, but quickly rejected. It was a big V reversal, happened very quickly. And then we closed above the previous session's value. Right, I'm gonna turn off so that it's no evening session, so that you can see that how we traded in relationship, right? So this market is still in balance. Right now we just tested around the Tuesday's lows, and we are kind of bouncing here. But we are trading outside of yesterday's range, outside of value. So we're opening with a RTH gap. So an inventory is about 95% short, I would say. So the first thing to look at is, do we correct inventory? Do we close the gap? Remember yesterday I marked this area as support, and it did act as support, but now this area is going to be resistance. So remember I marked it green if you look at my video from yesterday, and then we were bouncing around that area. We filled a little bit of it, but we still for some reason this market, when it goes through here, it goes pretty quickly and doesn't put too much volume. So we are now trading below, so we have to see if this is going to be resistance if we get there. When we have inventory, hold on, let me mute this tick strike because it's driving me crazy. Okay. Okay, so inventory short means that there's a high chance that we correct inventory, close the gap to yesterday's low, see if we can. In here we find sellers, and then we come back, and then we keep trading around this area, or if we get inside the range and then attempt to test inside value. If we test inside value, we have the 20-day point of control. We shifted down here, so this is going to be a short-term magnet if we are inside the range. And then, as usual, if we accept inside value, then we should see the other side of value, our value area high, which is at 66.58. Now on the lower side, like I said, we have that those single prints which fill at 65.63, and then the scene of the crime here. If we still see sellers, but I want to see price holding below this area, below 63. If we see that we cannot get back above 63, then there's a high chance that we just take this whole distribution and then retest this previous week's low and this area. And the third option is that we just do nothing like yesterday, and we just balance around here, extend a little bit, extend above, fill the gap, and just trade around here. We see a lot of volume around the 6600 area, so it could be that we just hang around here. This market is waiting for for news. Is waiting for some resolution of the conflict, so keep an eye on crude still, and remember volatility is still pretty high, so be careful. Crude went back to that 20-day point of control at 94. I think there was some news about Russia sending drones or something or to Iran, arming Iran. So that's probably not very good news. And gold came down back to this area, which is putting a lot of volume now. So 4,400 and 4410 is the 5-day point of control. Keep an eye on that area for a magnet, and then if we are able to break above this thin area, like I said yesterday, 4560 is the target on the upside. Okay, I'm keeping it short because market's gonna open in 10 minutes. All right, good luck.